Welcome to my channel. Quick question. What if I told you airplanes are hiding life-saving secrets right in front of your eyes? Things you've walked past 100 times but never noticed. Tiny symbols that prevent disaster, hidden tools built into the wings, even people on board carrying weapons without you ever knowing. Sounds unreal, right? Stick with me, because once you learn these secrets, you'll never look at flying the same way again. And trust me, you'll want to watch this entire video. Let's start with something most passengers have no clue about. On many flights, there could be someone armed sitting just a few rows away. Air marshals blend in perfectly. No uniforms, no badges, nothing that gives them away. They usually sit toward the front or near the cockpit in aisle seats so they can move fast if something goes wrong. They board early, they keep their bags small, and they rarely drink. But here's the important part: they will never reveal who they are unless it's absolutely necessary. And if you think you figured it out, don't call them out. Exposing them could put the whole flight at risk. Ever wondered about those oxygen masks that drop from above your seat? Most people think they're connected to big oxygen tanks. They're not. What you breathe comes from a chemical oxygen generator, basically a tiny controlled reaction that creates oxygen using heat. It's safe, but it only lasts about 12 to 20 minutes. That might sound terrifying, but it's more than enough time for the pilot to bring the plane down to a safe altitude where you can breathe normally. Now here's something that might surprise you. Some airplanes flying today first took to the sky decades ago. Yes, there are jets still in service that were built in the 70s. Want to know how old your plane is? Look for the tail number near the back of the aircraft or by the boarding door. Type it into an aircraft database and boom, you'll see its exact age. You might be sitting on something older than your parents. Let's talk about black boxes. Despite their name, they're actually bright orange. That makes them easier to find in wreckage. And there are two of them, not one. One records the flight data, the other records cockpit conversations. They're built like tanks, able to survive crashes, fire, and even deep ocean pressure. Inside each is a beacon that sends out a locator signal for 30 days, helping investigators find the truth no matter what. Here's something most people miss completely. Look above the wings and you might notice small metal hooks. They're not decoration. They're part of an emergency evacuation system. If the plane lands on water, ropes attach to those hooks so passengers don't slip off the wet wing while waiting for rescue. Those hooks could literally save your life. And have you ever seen a spiral painted on a jet engine? It looks like a design choice, but it's actually a powerful safety warning. When the engine spins, that spiral becomes a blur. It tells ground crew to stay far away from the deadly suction zone. One wrong step too close, and the force can pull a person in instantly. That swirl is a silent, life-saving signal. Believe it or not, airplanes even have horns, not for honking at other planes, but to communicate on the ground with maintenance crews. It's loud, sharp, more like a buzzer than a car horn. You'll never hear it mid-flight, but on the tarmac, it's essential. Here's a secret hiding right above your head. Those small grooves above the overhead bins. They're actually handrails for flight attendants. During turbulence, they hold onto them to move safely without falling into passengers. So, while you're gripping your seat, they're gripping the ceiling. Let's talk seats. Some seats on the plane are secretly better. In certain aircraft, the wall curves slightly to give extra shoulder room for window seats. Aisle seats often have a hidden button under the armrest. Press it, and the armrest lifts up, giving you more space. And on a few planes, the middle seat is actually wider than the others. Shocking, right? Even the lights in the cabin are smarter than you think. On advanced jets like the Airbus A350, the LED lighting system mimics sunrise and sunset to gently adjust your body clock. It helps you fight jet lag without even realizing it. Now, let's switch from secrets to travel tips that make flying easier. Window seats might be beautiful, but they're also colder. Outside air can drop to minus 140 degrees Fahrenheit, and that cold transfers through the walls. If you like the view, bring a jacket or ask for a blanket. Skip the hot drinks. The water used for coffee and tea comes from onboard tanks that aren't cleaned often. Studies have found bacteria in them. Many flight attendants refuse to drink the hot water themselves. Stick to bottled water or juice. The dirtiest part of the plane isn't the bathroom, it's tray tables and seatback pockets. People put trash, tissues, even dirty diapers in those pockets. Always bring wipes and never put food directly on the tray. Choose morning flights when you can. Fewer delays, fewer turbulence issues. A smoother day overall? Want better service? Sit toward the back. Up front, everything has to look fair. In the back, flight attendants can quietly offer extra snacks, drinks, or blankets without everyone noticing. If you use a neck pillow, don't inflate it all the way. Cabin pressure can cause it to expand and get uncomfortable or even burst. Leave a little room. You can actually request special meals when booking vegetarian, seafood, kosher, gluten-free. They're often fresher, tastier, and served before everyone else. You don't need a dietary restriction, just select one online. Wear pants or joggers instead of shorts. The seats aren't cleaned deeply after every flight, and temperature changes happen fast. Always bring a pen for customs forms. You'll thank yourself later. Hate turbulence? Book a seat over the wing. It's the most stable part of the plane. Download the airline's app before going to the airport. You'll get updates on gates, delays, boarding, baggage, sometimes even instant rebooking. Bring an empty water bottle and fill it after security. Stay hydrated without paying crazy airport prices. Carry a power bank because dead phones mean no boarding passes, no maps, no rides. Search flights in private browsing mode to avoid price hikes from tracking. And before choosing your seat, check sites like Seat Guru to see which ones have more legroom or which ones don't recline. Airplanes are full of secrets that protect us and tricks that make travel easier. Knowing them turns you from just another passenger into a pro traveler. If this opened your eyes even once, keep watching. The more you know, the smoother your next flight will be.